everyone, welcome back to Angel Moon Creations. Today I'm going to show you what I done actually last week. It was probably last weekend. I had a bit of a disaster with my recording. So I'm going to show you what I made when I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and then we're going to finish up. So basically we made these three wee tags, and this, I should say, this stuff is will be the third part to Lynda's journal. So that was just the back side, and what I did was I sewed round them. I cut them up for the collage. I think you'll have seen that on a previous video that I done. We made the collage, and then I chopped them up, made them into tags. I've sewed round about them, and I put wee eyelets in the top so that we could attach like some ribbons or something like that anyway. So what I'll do actually just now, let me just show you this as well. This is just a postcard that I printed out and sewn round it, and it's blank on the back. I'm going to leave that pretty plain, but what I want to do is I want to use this stencil, and I want to just stencil some words, probably love, because the theme of the journal is the letter L, so I think I'll put love and maybe even live. We'll see. I quite like believe as well. But anyway, we'll stamp that in a wee minute. What I'm going to do first is we'll put the tags into these. I'll just put this to the side just now. But let me just get it out of the camera so it's not a distraction. Right, so let me just put the tags in these. Now, what I had looked out for these tags was these. So it's basically just two different pieces of ribbon and a wee tassel. So I had intended the wee tassel for this one, so we'll just, and these are all flat at the back, so there's no, oops, if I can get this through anyway. Right, and I've just went for the back through to the front and just bringing that through. So that will basically be the first tag. And then I'll just decide, I cut, these are the same ribbon but in two different colours. Yep, I think I'm going to go that. So I'm just going to again put these through the back of this eyelet and come out at the front, and then just tuck it through that loop and get a wee tug. I'm not going to shorten these just now because I want to see what they're like depending on where I put them in the journal. So if they're sticking out too much or anything, or I want to see where they are before I chop it down. And then we'll just do this one. So again, oops, through for the back. Now what you can do, if it's ribbon you're using that frays, you can just take a wee lighter to the ends. I'm not going to do that right now because I didn't actually bring a lighter through. But you can just quickly just singe the ends just to stop that from ravelling and fraying basically. So there we go. That's for 3 tags last week that you were supposed to see getting made but didn't happen. And I am swithing. I might actually go and put another wee something on the front, but I'm going to leave them like this just now, and we're going to go ahead and we'll do some stamping. So let me just take that out of the way as well. Right, so I'm thinking, let me just get a wee piece of paper. I'm thinking I'm going to use, this is a new distress ink that I've got. I didn't have distress ink, so this is just, I've just started a wee collection of them, so I've only got 4 or 5 I think. So I just want to see roughly, I didn't mean to do it in that, but thankfully I've not seen it. Right, I don't think that's going to show up the way I want it to, so let's just try with this one and we'll see. Yeah, that's going to be more like it. So just need to decide where I want this. And I definitely want that word. I love create as well. I think for the purpose of this journal though, it is for the letter L. I'm going to go with love. So I don't trust myself, so I'm actually going to tape this down a tiny wee bit. In fact, where's my, if I use my washi tape I'm less likely to tear it. So let me just get a wee bit of washi out of here. And this is made a kind of papery washi. It's no as, I'm just going to take the majority of the stickiness even off it, just so it doesn't rip the paper when I try to take it back up. So, right, that'll do. That should hold that in place. Hopefully you can see that okay. And I'm just going to do it a wee bit at a time, just to see how we go basically. And then I go quiet because I'm trying to concentrate. I hope we're all well. I could even probably have went a wee bit lighter shade, but never mind. Right, and then I've only taped that at the one side, so we can give this a wee flip. Well, I'm happy enough with that, and then just gently pop that off. And because this is like this, you can just give that a wee wash or a wee wipe with a baby wipe or something, and that will come off. Let's go with that. Yeah, go. Just wash that down there. Maybe try just rubbing the majority of this off and doing this a wee bit lighter on this one, just to get a wee bit of a different contrast. There we go, that's better. And see, that one's a wee bit lighter, it's a wee bit more faded. Right, I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to go in just with the first 3 letters again. I'm going to do it just that wee bit lighter. And that just goes off the end there. Take that off. Yep, happy with that. And then I'm going to do the V, E up here, maybe just down it. No, do it up here. I'm going to see if there's just enough ink actually on here just to, aye, more than enough. Right, so love. I think we're going to have a wee dream in the middle of that. Now let me just see something. I'm just going to see if another colour here would make it look too odd. I'm thinking it might, so we'll try it on the paper first. Let me just try this. On this wee scrap bit of paper. I think I'm going to try that. I'm not saying it's going to work, but let's give it a go. It's a form of art. Right. Just going to put dream in there. Right, let's go. Break up the vintagey look. A wee bit, just with a wee splash of colour. Because I want this journal's a right mix, because as much as I want a kind of vintagey feel, I also want pastel colours. Well, I've done the cover as you've seen in pastel colours as well, but I kind of wanted to incorporate the two. Right, fingers crossed about how this is going to look. I'm happy with that. Right, let's put that away then. I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do now, let me just put that lid back on. Right, what we can do now is, I'm just going to get around the edges, just put that way. Just run these edges just at the back, just with the brown. Just to stress that a wee bit. I'm saying brown, this one's the brushed corduroy. Right. So this video is basically, as I said earlier, it's just going to be getting some of the ephemera ready that I'm going to be putting inside the journal. I have been working on other things for it, but I thought it was important just to get some of this, so that, because I had basically mucked up and hadn't been recording, and then the second time it was dead shaky, I thought, so I wanted at least to do some ephemera on camera. So that's basically my wee postcard. Now again, you can journal on top of that, absolutely fine. You can also journal here if you want. I was actually wondering what else I could do just to add a wee bit else, something else, but I think I'm going to leave it like that just now. I'm quite happy with that. So let's put that to the side with the other ones. Right, so there we go. Right, let's move on to these ones. Right, again, this is ones that I had done. I've sewn round about with the sewing machine, and I just added a wee bit sari silk as tags, and I can offset that one to the side, just so they weren't on the centre, just to be different. And plenty of space in the back for journaling. But the front needs a wee bit something else, so I had been thinking, let me bring this in. Oops. Right, that one as well. Yep, So I had been thinking about putting a wee bit, this is like ribbon, and just to kind of, again, break the colour but bring in more my kind of vintage come pastel. I'd wondered about maybe putting some of this ribbon down. Maybe this other way to snip that off. That wee bit's annoying me. I'll just snip that. Right, so well, I don't need to follow the stems of the flowers that's here obviously, but I was just wondering how it would look doing that and bringing it down to the corner. I think I'm quite liking that, it's a wee bit different. So let me just snip that. I'm going to snip it a wee bit longer, just to about there. Just to make sure I get it where I want it to go. Because I think I'll end up snipping, yep, just right there, because that takes that up, right up into that wee flower. Let's see, just like that. And I'm not going to follow this stem, I'm just going to go with how the ribbon's sitting, and that will take that right down. Just for something a wee bit different. Right, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this. We'll see how we go. Right, what side did I have that on? Don't think it matters, but that side I think. So I'm actually just going to, I'm going to leave the leaves I think at the moment just to see how they sit, and I'm just going to, you see okay? I'm just going to put a wee bit of, run it, a wee bit of Fabri-Tac right down the centre. And this stuff's brilliant at sticking, so we'll not have any issues with it sticking down. I'm just going to rub that in a wee bit. Then let's just go ahead and get this down. Lift that up a wee bit just to get it right where I want it to go. Perfect. And if there is any wee bits you see there, that will dry clear. But I think we're not too bad. Yeah, and I want to leave the leaves coming up that wee bit. They will stick a wee bit if there's Fabri-Tac has escaped a wee bit, but that's not a big issue. Yeah, I'll just snip that wee bit off. Perfect. Right, is there anything else? I was thinking while we're at it, we'll just do this one while we're at it, before I think too much about if there's anything else going on there. I had thought about this one just going straight up and down. I quite like the colours in that. It's one of the ribbons, there's that the colours just change as you go. So I want more. No, we've got blues in that one, so let's try and go for the pinky. More a pink side, I think. Just run that right down. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So we'll just run that right down there. Let me just bring in my glue book so that I'm not getting glue everywhere. as I do. Right. That should be more than enough. Right. Yep. Should have set it on there when I was doing that. I'm just going to let that dry. Give it plenty of time. You just need to make sure it's stuck down well. There we go. Straighten that a wee bit at the top. Yep. I'm getting glue on here. Just get a wee quick rub off. No, I'm not going to continue that. I was going to continue that up there, but I'm not going to. And let me snip at this one as well. And I'm just going to leave that wee leaf just poking up there. That's fine. Right, I'm happy with that. Let's put that over there. Right, I'm thinking a wee sentiment. Wee sentiment for these ones. So, let's see, what do I have? What do I have? Choose joy every day. I like that. Grateful for today. Keep going. Life is a magical ride. Enjoy every moment. That's the smaller ones. You are enough just as you are. I quite like that. I could chop that down. Oh, I think I want it down here. Yeah, let's go with that one. I'm actually going to snip off the ends a wee bit, shorten them. I don't want to cover that wee flower. Just glue it there. Let's go for it. Glue book. Again, I don't need to use Fabri-Tac for this, but I will. Just use a wee bit of Fabri-Tac since it's here and it's out. Going all goopy-ish to put the lid on. There we go. Right. Oh, I did need to distress the sides. Oh, too late now. It's going down. Just line that up. There we go. I wonder if I could have... Can't believe I forgot to distress it. Never mind, never mind. Right, this one. I'll maybe attempt to distress that a wee bit later on. Choose joy every day. Yep, I like that. I do like that. Right, let's... distress the sides of this a bit. Right, and I don't want that quite as, I'm just going to lightly go over the top just to take that white away. There we go, that'll do. That'll do lovely. I think I'm going to have that in there. Yep. Let's go with that. Right, glue, glue, glue. Just use my oohoo. There we go. Put that in there, and I'm just going to make sure it's fairly straight. That'll do that. And I don't know if I want anything else on there, and I'm quite happy with, I think I'm quite happy with the way it is, to be fair. Yeah. Right. So that's those two. Again, on the back they're fine, so we'll put them to the side just now. And then what we might do with this one is chop the corners for a start. I'll just use my snips. So we'll chop the corners. And just put that one over there just to chop this one at the same angle. Good doke. Put them to the side. That's an odd shape, isn't it? I think it's because it's a wee bit smaller. It's just dead weird. Right, I think I'm going to round the corners at the bottom of this one just with it being odd. I'm just going to make it a bit odder. And I think what I'll do is I'll put a wee eyelet in this one as well. So let's see. Right, this one I think I'm going with. Yep. And then I just want to try and centre it as best I can. That'll do. That's fine. And then I'm just going to pick a wee, what colour do I want in this one? I think this one I might go with gold. I'm just going to pop that in. Got the glue in my fingers. Pop that in and just check my settings here. Yep. Right. Oops. And just get a squeeze. Oh, my wrists are sore. Right, let's try and do that little wee squeeze. It did work, but right. There we go. That's fine. That's flat enough. I'll just give this a wee distress. And I know there's a wee bit hanging off there, but I quite liked it, so that's why I'm leaving it. I'm distressing this now, but I'm not sure whether I might add a wee backing. I know I'm too late, I've put the eyelet in. I might just run over this, scuff it a wee bit just to kind of take away some of that white again. And again, that can be a journaling space. I'm just doing this lightly initially because I don't want to have too obvious markings where I've rubbed it basically. So I'm just very lightly. There we go, that'll do. It's not as white as it once was. Right, so I was thinking for this one, now where did I put it? Wasn't it in there? I was thinking for this one, I would maybe use that and a wee sewing material bit, if I could find where I've put it. When it's there, it's on the floor. Right, so that's just a few wee bits of material that I sewn together with a button. Basically hand stitched them with a button. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put that there. And then I'll just need to find a wee place for it that's not too tight a space for it to be able to fit in, like whether it's a pocket or it'll probably be more a belly band one, this one. So I'm just going to use Fabri-Tac to put this down since it's material. And then just choose where roughly I'm wanting it and stick that down. And that'll stick there, no problem. Right, and I'm going to use, I think, this might change, I might take this out, but we'll see how it looks just now. I don't know how I'll feel about this. We'll soon find out. This is just a wee bit of burlap ribbon. If I can even get it through. It'll probably fray completely. Right, let's see how this looks. Just gently kind of tug it because you don't want to tear your paper. It shouldn't tear with the eyelet, but I have ripped many an eyelet out, I'll tell you. So I don't know if I'm liking that, to be honest. I might end up just putting ribbon in this. We'll leave it just now. However, by the time you see the finished article, don't be surprised if it's got a different ribbon in it. But we'll leave it just now. Right, I'm thinking I want to put a wee word. Joyful. What else have we got? There's quite big there. Let me see. Right. goes. I think I actually want to centre this one. Yeah, just go with it. Don't think too much about it, just go with it. I could spend all day trying to change things and work things about, but no, just go with it. I very often find the things that I don't think too much about turn out better. So we'll go with that. Joyful. There we go. Right, let's just give this a wee tidy up. So I think that was, how many tags is that? Let's just tidy up a bit here. 5 tags I think we've managed to finish anyway. 1 postcard. I feel as if it needs something else, so chances are I'll put something else on it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm saying 5. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to try and do another wee video to finish off some stuff that I've got. So thank you very much if you've got this far and you've stuck with me. I appreciate it muchly. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate that as well. And a wee thumbs up would be brilliant. Until next time, bye bye now.